Hey everyone, this is Joshua Edley, and I'm wanting to ask one important question. What is Spice and Wolf? This is my second look at an anime series, and unlike Soul Eater, which was highly recommended to me at the time, I got this series blindly. I don't know if it's really interesting for me, or if it's even my thing, really. The only reason I got this was because I really liked the look of the box. I know, not the smartest or best way to find a series, but if you're someone that is doing like a first impression series, it's one way to do it, I guess. Now, it is clearly popular enough to get a second season, and it has a manga, a light novel, and even a few games made by Nintendo. That is only the small amount of research I've done. There's probably some information there that is either not expanded or not accurate enough for me to describe it as, but really, I don't care about the latter part. The games, the manga, even the light novels are not my concern of this. My concern is if this is any good, in my opinion. For me to find that out, that means looking at the few episodes and rating them on those episodes. That is, in some cases, the key to getting people hooked on watching the series. Now, with that out of the way, let's get to work. The art style to me is quite normal in most of the time. It's very much does not really stand out, but then there are some times when it does actually. It's just really gorgeous at times when that happens. This particularly happens really mainly in the intro video, before the main episode, and at least the first episode, because that is when I've noticed it. I think there are times also after that I've noticed it, but it's really good. It really stands out when that happens. I think the creators of this anime did a really, really good job. I'll be honest, when it comes to the genre, it's one that usually in any other type of media, like actual film, animated films that isn't anime, TV series, I usually avoid like the plague, because really they've never been my thing. This genre I've never been as into. With anime so far, because I'm trying to branch out of what sort of anime genres I get into, this one sort of actually made me think really differently about it. I really enjoyed this one. Now, the story is more about a god who longs to return to her home in the north. And to do that, she is having this help from this merchant to get there. Now, the journey with the two main characters is good. I really enjoy every moment with them. First episode works well, but is not really going to get you hooked to the series. This does change when you get into episode 2, and by episode 3 you really get into it. There are two main characters, and I really like how they are done. They have, from what I can see, good chemistry within each other. Hola shows both her cunning and her wild side as well. I'll be honest, she's not exactly what I 100% thought she would be. In fact, she is better than I expected. For some reason, I thought she would just be like someone who isn't as aware of with what's happening to the world as she is. Maybe it was just an expectation that I was having, like a very low negative expectation I was having, but I'll be honest, I'm glad it isn't, and it really shows that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Hola does show her moments, really. She has really good moments where she can either make you either sort of chuckle a little bit, or just sort of make you grin. She is that very likable character. And as you see her develop in the story, she's sort of also makes you feel a little bit sorry for her in your own way. But that's all I'm really willing to say about it, as I would probably be spoiling it too much than I already am. The next character is Lauren. and on his side he's a person with ambition and is very skilled with his craft. He, along with Holo, just make a really good team, and I'll have to be honest, they are really growing close, and in some ways, I don't think he 100% realizes how close. Like, he may think about it, but I don't think he 100% acknowledges it or is willing to accept it yet. Now we come to the music, and I'll first start off by saying, what is it with anime when it comes to the intro theme being really catchy and the other one ending completely out of place? This is the second time this has happened, and I'm like, I just do not understand why. Anyway, I'll just start off with the intro. The intro music is nicely toned, and it just fits perfectly. It's also one of the ones that really stay in your head. It's not actually catchy, it's just one that stays in your head and is really nice. I still find myself humming it now and then for some reason. I know, I'm kind of a bit weird that way, but oh well. When we come to like the main music on the other hand, it's not much. There's no real anything memorable about it. It's not one that you'd like say, oh, I'd want to listen to that again. But it's more one that actually fits in with the story. It's one that I think just is done particularly to work as atmosphere. And that's really always the important one with any sort of story. If it does not fit in with the atmosphere, it's completely useless. And then we come to the ending music. And I did say, as I said again, it's completely out of place. But it's not as bad as like the last one I saw, which I still can't understand the last one with Solia. Anyway, that's it for that one. Now for something I should know. While most of what I've said is positive, there is one minor negative I do have about it. Both in the intro and the credit, as far as I can tell that is, they do not display any sort of like written translation. As far as I can tell, there's only just written translation of the song at least. But that's about it. There's I don't understand that. The only writing that is there is just in its own language really. And in fact the only thing translated thinking about it is also the title screen as well, which I suppose you expect on that one. Regardless though, these are only minor things and aren't really big, but they are worth noting. Now when it came for me actually making this video, I had to think about how many episodes I actually needed to watch before doing this first impressions. There's at least 13 episodes in this season, so I had to figure out how to really do this, and hopefully I did it well. Anyway, that's all I have to say, so thank you for watching. Please let me know what you think about this, and here are the final results.